Hello everyone, this is my third video for direct and indirect speech. Here first I will explain when interrogative sentences we change from direct to reported speech, how we do. It is also very important, so you listen very carefully. Now in reporting question, the reporting verb is changed into asked, inquired, demanded, etc. This is the first point. So what I wanted to tell you here, that when we change direct speech into indirect speech of any questioning sentence, interrogative sentence, then first and foremost what we change the reporting verb. If the direct speech reporting verb is said or told, then it will be changed into asked. Most of the cases we use asked, some of the cases we use inquired, some of the cases we use demanded, and some others also. Now point one, when the question, now when we use this interrogative sentence, you know that we can create one interrogative sentence by using WH word. We can use interrogative sentence by using auxiliaries, whether primary auxiliaries or modal auxiliaries. WH word means who, where, when, what, how, these are all coming under WH. And auxiliaries means primary auxiliary is do verb, be verb, be verb means do, did, does, be verb means is, was, were, are, am, these are, and also have verb, have, has, had. And in case of modal auxiliary, can, could, may, might, these are all coming under should, shall, they are all coming under modal auxiliary. So we create one interrogative sentence by using either WH, either modal auxiliary. So let's consider the first point. When the question begins with WH word, like what, who, when, whose, where, how, the same word, how we are changing, you see, the same word is used to begin the indirect speech. Remember that. After writing the first part, like she asked, we use that same word, same WH word to begin the indirect speech, followed by the subject and the reporting verb. What I said, like first we write the subject, then reporting verb, and then that same WH word. Like one example, he said to me, where do you live? It is written in direct speech. So how can we make the reported speech here? In fact, it's not so different from reported statement. The tense changes are the same. See, tense we change in the same way. Like I showed you the tense chart. Tense will be changed in the same way. Pronoun also will get changed. And we keep the question WH word here. The very important thing, though, is that once we tell the question to somebody, listen very carefully, once we tell the question to someone else, it is not a question anymore. That means, you try to understand, children. Suppose I am asking you one question, what is your name? So my question, when you are going home and you are telling your mother that what conversation we had today, what I asked, so you are not again asking, you are telling what I asked, but you are not again asking the same question to your mother. You are reporting what question I asked. So when you are reporting my question to your mother, that is no more a question. This point is very important. So we need to change the grammar to an assertive sentence. That means when I am reporting someone's question to someone else, then it is not a question. So it will become an assertive sentence or statement. It means the subject should be placed before the verb. Listen very carefully. When we frame a question, first we write the verb and then we write the subject. But when that question is changed into reported speech or indirect speech, then it is not a question, it will become a statement. So as it becomes a statement, so what is happening? We are keeping first we are keeping the subject first and then the verb. So I wrote, it means the subject should be placed before the verb. First subject and then verb. Now see the example. It will be very clear for you. She said to me, where do you live? Now see, in question, first the helping verb and then subject. Where do you live? First is do, then you. But in reported speech, it will be where I lived. So do will be removed. The helping verb is removed from here, and first we are writing the subject which has changed according to the rule of pronoun. You became I, and then tense also we have changed. It is written in simple present tense, so changed into simple past, and the sentence became a assertive sentence. Why assertive? Because I have kept first subject and then verb. Do you see? So do you all understood? Do you see how I made it? The direct question is in the present simple tense. We make a present simple question with do or does. So I need to take that away. Do or does will be removed. Then I need to change the verb to the past simple. Another example. She said to me, where is Julie? First verb is, then subject Julie in the question. That means in interrogative sentence, first we write the verb and then we write the subject. But in reported speech, she asked me where Julie was. So you notice the change. I have changed the tense. Simple present became simple past. But in case of indirect speech or reported speech, first I wrote the subject and then the verb. First subject Julie and then the verb was. So the direct question is the present simple of be. We make the question form of the present simple of be by inverting the subject and verb. Subject and verb position change. That is called subject verb inversion. So we need to change them back before putting the verb into the past simple. So in simple way, if you try to understand, this is the point. Now next, some more examples. She said to me, where is the post office, please? She asked me where the post office was. She said to me, what are you doing? She asked me what I was doing. You see how the subject verb position is changing in tense is changing, pronoun is changing, subject verb position is changing in case of indirect or reported speech. She said to me, who was that fantastic man? She asked me who that fantastic man had been. Why had been? Because this sentence is written in simple past tense. So we know simple past becomes past perfect tense. Now this point 2, if it is yes or no question which begins with what I said at the beginning, auxiliaries, primary auxiliary or modals, is, are, do, has, will, can, all this. Then if or whether is used after the reporting verb. Listen carefully, we use if or whether after the reporting verb. Now see example, direct speech. She said to me, do you like chocolate? Reported speech. She asked me if I liked chocolate. So do you like chocolate? It is written with do verb. So it has become if I liked chocolate. Did you invite Rahul? Whether I had invited Rahul. You see, I have changed asked also. All the cases you see, you notice said becomes asked, and I am changing the tense according to the change of the tense. Do you like chocolate? If I liked chocolate. Simple present becomes simple past tense. Now, did you invite Rahul? This is written in past simple or simple past tense. So we know according to the tense rule, simple past becomes past perfect tense. So whether I had, whether or if anything, I had invited Rahul. Some more example. Do you love me? He asked me if I loved him. Have you ever been to Mexico? If I had ever been to, present perfect, past perfect tense. Had ever been to Mexico. Are you living here? Present continuous will become past continuous. She asked me if I was living here. It will be if I was living there. If I was living there. She asked me if I was living there. Now, This note, the rules for the change of the person, of the pronouns and the tense of the verbs and the adverbs of words indicating time and distance are the same observed in assertive sentence. What I said from the beginning, that means pronoun will change according to the rule, tenses will change according to the rule. If any time or time marker or place marker is there, what I wrote here, adverb of words. Adverb of words means place or time marker, that also will change according to the rule. And that means there is no, only one point is there, that is not used after the reporting verb. In interrogative sentence, we do not use that after the reporting verb. So I hope you all understood this one. Next video I'll explain imperative and exclamatory sentence. Thank you.